Hello, and welcome to a special extra podcast, How to Peel the Savage Onion. No game this time, instead. This is a quick, very quick, run through the world of game of Salvage Union by Leyline Press to see what it is all about and how it all works. I'm Dave, and I've gathered Lee.
Hello.
Ollie.
Hello.
Graham.
Hello.
And another Dave.
Hello.
Together to run through what the world looks like, who are the corporations, what is a Salvage Union, and then we take a final look at our mechs and work out what they're supposed to be able to do. Something we forgot to do when we first looked at the game. It's short, it's sweet, and hopefully vaguely informative about what's coming next. So let's get into it. It's Salvage Union, which on the face of it is a lovely mech game. The front cover of the rulebook looks like a
Haynes manual.
A Haynes manual with a big fat mech on it. You are a pilot and you ride in your mech. Salvage Union is a post-apocalyptic mech game where you play as a crew of salvager mech pilots trying to make ends meet in a broken world, which is dominated by corporate hegemony. The setting is designed to be quite loose. It isn't as full on the world. It's similar to Earth at some point in the far future. Think kind of Mad Max stuff. The world is ravaged. It's a combination of global warming, deforestation, pollution, nuclear fallout and all that jazz.
Donald Trump.
The people, you guys, do not even realise what the world looked like before this. Radiation storms blacked out areas of the sky. There's endless crumbling desert landscapes, ruined cityscapes and everything. Mechs in this world are as common as cars are in ours. So that everyone's got a mech, sometimes more than one.
Thank you.
They vary wildly: quadrupedal, bipedal, hovering, tunnelling mechs called Red Dragon. All manner.
That's as it should be.
All manner of different builds on them, and they add and subtract different. I suppose it's like a car. Some of them have got park assist, some of them don't. Some of them have got heated seats, so your arse is warm, or you think you've pissed yourself halfway through the journey. One of the two.
Both.
That's because you're a very old man.
Yes, I am.
The mechs are powered by self-sustaining nuclear reactors. The world you are in is a corporal world. The majority of the world lives in corporate arcologies, known as arcos. They range from huge towering spires and squat pyramids to biodomes or underwater cityscapes. You've all seen them.
Self-contained.
Yeah, and each corporation probably has its own style. They live in these lovely paradises with fresh running water, non-processed foods. But of course, it does mean a life of bondage, tied to the corporations by the debt you run up by consuming non-polluted water and having a paradise to live in. They charge you for it, so you are stuffed for life.
How much do they charge for the bondage?
Yeah, more than you can afford.
That's why we're out here salvaging, is it?
That's it.
Yeah. So we can afford the whips and chains.
That's it. That's it.
Fetch the gimp mask. Only about 1% of those in an Arco are the top bods, the luxury people, the heads of the corporation. And each Arco is run by a different corporation. So if you come across, like we did in the first adventure, Evantis, that has one city.
That's the ones that had the blimp come down, wasn't it?
They hold the majority of the wealth, the resources, the arable land and the production site.
So it's Amazon.
Exactly. They wage a subtle war against each other by covert means usually, and they have access to all the weapons of war and all the technology. You might find yourself working with them, but they are your enemy.
We might take a job from them or something.
You are a union of individuals who have bonded to live together. Basically, sorry?
I'm not.
For want of a better word, and reading into it, you are a hippie commune.
Oh, far out, man.
Yeah.
And you live on a crawler.
Yep.
That is not somebody who's incredibly obsequious.
What was the crawler called?
It's called Tin Lizzie.
Yeah.
It's a giant moving city, effectively. All of you and your entire union of people, you have to go out and salvage kit to keep this working, whilst simultaneously frustrating the ambitions of the corporations and trying to bring wastelanders and raiders, etc., under your control to rebuild the world and get rid of the corporations.
We're Jawas, is what you're saying.
In one sense, but I think of it more as a big hippie commune.
Yeah.
Because
communism rules.
Give Keisha a chance.
Yeah. The motto effectively is from each according to their ability and to each according to their needs. A hippie commune.
Yeah. Oh, we're fucking bombies, are we?
I have no ability but great needs.
Slender Brenda's needs can't be calculated.
Wasters are the remaining people. They don't live in the safety of an Arco, and they don't live in a union of people to protect them. They live in small, scattered settlements. They're not violent, they're not cruel, they're just ordinary people eking out a living in whatever way they can. And sometimes that'll mean trading with you guys with a bit of scrap or whatever, or asking you to repair something or get spares because they can't do it themselves.
I believe we were getting the stuff to trade with them.
You did in the last one, yes.
Yes.
Although some mean person told you we should just kill them all and get on with it. But she, of course, was a minority of one.
She's gone to anger management training.
So there are remnants of the world from before the disaster buried around the place, so you may come across that. And there are also even more horrible things out there. There are things called biotitans that live out in the wild.
Well, there's Taco Bell out there in the wastes as well.
If Taco Bell is a giant behemoth monstrosity, amalgamation of biological creature and machine, then yes.
Well, yeah.
A biotitan, to put it the best way, is you are a nerd and it is a jock.
Right, so they all go around with letter jackets.
Yeah.
They are going to beat the cack out of you. In the first adventure, you encountered something else that exists, which during your downtime, Matt's favourite time, as we know, which takes at least a minimum of a week every time in between adventures, and that is where you refresh all of your action points and things. You discovered a tube of black goo.
Yes.
Something that is known as a meld, which was mentioned a few times, but nobody knew what it was.
Yeah.
But it's an alien entity made up of a neural network of nanites, and they form a hive mind. And if they get out, they will transform mechanical items into living biomechs. Cool.
Yeah, it's not a good thing.
No.
Sounds like a good thing, but it isn't.
So in addition to the corpos and the raiders who live out in the wasteland, who are like wastelanders but bad,
Yes.
there's also biotitan mechs and melds, none of which are good.
No.
You are the hippie commune attempting to rebuild the world. This is the Earth version of Running Silent.
Or silent running.
Of Silent Running. So clip that in and don't I was like, any different.
I completely got what he meant.
Yeah.
And nobody will ever know. So
I'll bring it up at certain points.
there's 2 pages on safety protocol.
What-handed gay people? Yeah.
Cack-handed, I think is the expression. It's a role-playing game that requires you to have a D20. 20s aren't necessarily good.
Okay.
No, 1 is bad, 20 is brilliant. So
Don't tell the dice.
the higher you roll, Dave's dice, the higher you roll, the better. If you roll 1, it's bad. Pilots and mechs. On the character sheet that you have in front of you, you have hit points. Do we need to explain what hit points are?
Yes.
You have a set of abilities. So in the cases of, I was going to try and look at your character, but say jury rig, that allows me to do something that I'm not sure of because I haven't got it written down.
I would have thought that's going to be like temporary fixes to things. Basically the A of MA. Get your mech back on the road until you can get it to a garage to get it fixed properly.
Exactly. I've got patch up and repair and all that. For example, the engineer here, Twitch, has got 12 hit points and 6 action points. She would need 1 action point to activate her engineering expertise, 2 to activate the ability if I cut this wire, and an X number of action points for mass field repair, where X is dependent on what range you're going to do. Inventory slots are the stuff you can carry yourself, and everybody has things they can carry, such as in the case of my character, I've got a riveting gun and a salvaging tool, which come in extremely handily. Then there is mechs. Energy points is the first one. They are how much energy you can use to activate your systems and modules should they be needed. That, for example, the module of Reactor Overload, it costs you 2 energy points to activate that skill. And you have 6 energy points or something like that. When it is gone, you need a downtime, and that is a week of time in order to recover your points. In addition to that, your pilot also has action points, and exactly the same thing applies. If you only have a certain number of action points, you cannot activate your skills until you have a downtime, which is usually, let's be honest, between adventures. Tech level 1 to 6. Most characters start with level 1. Every chassis has a unique ability. It could be increased cargo capacity, advanced shielding, protection against radiation storms. In addition to that, you have the systems. They are your hardware. You install those on. They are 30mm auto cannons, green lasers, etc. And they do certain points of damage. And the damage will be taken off your structure points. When your structure points have gone to 0, your mech is in a bit of bother. And you roll on the "you are doomed" table. And it should be called that. Heat capacity, always important. And do not take something that has a heat capacity of 6 and then take 2 flamethrowers, because you can fire once and then your mech is done.
Who on earth would do that?
When you use your systems, you may end up generating heat, particularly if you roll badly on the chart, and that will push your heat capacity up. If you are going to reach 0 on your heat capacity, your reactor can overload. So those are the mechs. If you're taking the scout, which you've possibly decided on, that's Catfish.
Catfish, yeah.
She is a corpo exile. She has a keepsake of a snow globe, and a motto is "failure is the mother of success." And she's using a Mazona, which I believe is the drone I was using, except this one is better than mine.
Anything is better than yours.
Indeed. Bowl of tapioca was better than my mech. The onion crawler actually needs 5 pieces of scrap of its tech level every week to keep it as it is. And it will start to decay if you don't get it. It's tech level 2. That's what you need every week to keep it running in your mobile hippie commune. Core mechanic, roll d20. The higher you roll, the better. Roll once. Always round down if you need to. So if I've given you a half or whatever and it's a 3, it becomes a 1.
So we have to go outside then?
Yeah, afraid so. Specific rules beat general rules. If there's a specific rule for your device and there's a general rule in the game that contradicts it, specific wins out over the general.
Yeah. Okay.
Then there's pushing a mech. All mechs are designed to eke out every inch of their reactors. You can push. You generate 2 heat and then roll on the pushing table. You make a heat check, basically. And if it goes wrong, your reactor can have consequences. Pushing it's risky, but sometimes you might just need it because you failed to do whatever it is you wanted to do. So make sure that you only use it in extremis. A heat check can range from reactor goes overdrive, so you can push your next roll within 10 minutes for free, all the way through to it overreacts and blows up. I'm going to tear down. That's not good.
No.
To vent the heat and reduce it down, you have to turn your mech off for an hour. If you are floating when your mech shuts down, that could be a problem. It keeps it vague. Distances are medium, long, far and close, nearer than really far and further than really far. Is it my pilot or mech acting? I think you would be able to tell. If I'm asking you to squeeze through a tiny hole, you're not taking your mech.
I could take it a bit at a time.
Over a long period. Feed the engineer for that.
You're feeding it through.
Salvaging is always good when you come across some kit. Salvage away. There is a salvage table that tells you what to do. Moving past that and moving on to the most important thing, the keepsake.
Yeah.
I can never remember these. The motto allows somebody else to re-roll, and the keepsake allows you to re-roll.
Yes.
Right, okay.
That is, instead of pushing it, you can do that instead. Yep. Is there anything else you want to know about Salvage Union and its joys?
So how do we play again?
Okay, so starting at the beginning, we...
It's fine because I'm a scout anyway.
Exactly.
I do have a skill.
You leave that to the nerds to do.
Yeah, you've got a Mazona. You're going to show my character how to use it. She put fucking flamethrowers on it, a mental bitch.
Well, no, what you don't realise is she's just nicked it, resprayed it.
Resprayed it? What, taking the flamethrowers off?
It's bloody hot in here.
That is it. Short and sweet, like a chocolate-covered mech. We've wrangled our mechs, mostly. We've run through what the world is about. Now it's time to brave the world of Salvage Union from our epic sandcrawler, Tin Lizzie. That podcast will be out in a couple of days, or if it's already a couple of days since we published this brief taster, it was out a day or so ago. Or if you're listening to this a year later, you get the picture. You've been listening to It's Good to Be Bard's taster for our actual role-playing sessions. This episode, Peeling the Savage Onion, was recorded on the 20th of March 2026. Don't forget to like and subscribe, check out our socials, and maybe throw us a few pennies on our Patreon site. Don't forget, Salvage Union's Mech Haynes manual can be purchased from Leyline Press at the links in the description. Until next time, enjoy, and as always, remember...
Communism rules.